Hey everyone, happy Wednesday night. I gave it the big build up earlier. But how do you follow that England game? That was pretty crazy. But hopefully this one will be a good game as well. The other game in England's group, Panama and Ghana. Ghana, who have a decent pedigree at World Cups and African Cup of Nations. I think of Ghana as being pretty solid normally. Panama, a bit more of an unknown quantity. So let's see how the game pans out. So this is the first of at least 2 football streams this week. For the rest of the week, because I'm going to do the Scotland game on Friday. Scotland, Morocco. And then after that game, straight away I'll be switching to the Friday night horror stream, which is Sleepaway Camp. So I've got the ITV coverage on for this game.
Hello Mark, hello one and all, just 4 teams yet to take to the stage at this World Cup. Here in the far northeast.
I like them, they're using this fight music for the entrances at the World Cup. How typically American. I know Ricky Steamboat, the wrestler, used to come out to this theme. But I don't know where it's from, like originally. I think they used it for the NBA basketball or something like that. I think that's where it's commonly associated with.
One of 3 Canadian teams who play in Major League Soccer. Its capacity nearly doubles for this tournament. And it enjoyed its biggest ever crowd when Lionel Messi came here with Inter Miami for a league game just 6 weeks ago.
Carlos Cuellar. He's a steady hand. Always seen as a better number 2 than a number 1. But he does okay. He's a wily old veteran. Are you the top striker for Ghana? Former Aston Villa player. That's my team, that's the only reason I mention that. This game coming from Toronto. That lady's already emotional. Oh, ITV, see already a break. I don't think it will happen, but it would be something if Croatia didn't even make it out of the group. Because I don't think it's probably the best Croatian team overall that they've ever had. And I felt that a bit tonight against England. That's one of the few, if you're going to be a bit cautious with England and their chances. It's that old chestnut of, well, when they play somebody better, of higher quality, they may well get found out. Because at times they almost got found, well, they got found out twice tonight. But they had iffy moments at the back, I think is the point. But we'll see.
By a 34-year-old Jordan Ayew suffered relegation to England's third tier this past season. No Thomas Partey for very well documented reasons, but his replacement, Helen Girenchy, is on the shopping list of a number of major clubs. Yeah, good evening, John. You mentioned how 450 were no passes in for Owusu, Girenchy, the medal. Excess Semenyo, who's had a great season, and he will look at the international goals.
Hey, Cindy, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good start, especially second half. We were a bit hit and miss first half, I thought, but yeah, second half we started much stronger and we controlled the game better. So yeah, it's a good first win, but with areas to improve.
Manager of Panama, familiar to Leeds United fans. Thomas Christiansen, who had 8 months at Ellen Road, just under a...
So how was the X-Files con? Sounded like it was good. Oh, Harry Kane, I mean, he's our top striker. He's one of the top strikers in the world. He had a great season at Bayern Munich. Yeah, he's very, very important to us. And he just matched Gary Lineker's World Cup record as well, which is something. So South America. against Africa. I think Panama or South America. Well, there's somewhere in the Americas. I don't want to commit myself without knowing. But we're in good hands with the commentary team. Champion and McCoy still always good value. Shame we didn't have them for England instead of Sam Twatterface, as I call him. So I was saying it earlier, Cindy. I don't know if you were in the chat then or not, but Friday the horror stream will be a bit later Friday because I'm gonna be watching the Scotland game before that at 11. So as soon as the Scotland game is finished, we can watch the film. Oh, good strike. I like this, how we have basic yellow against basic red. Something very old school and satisfying about that. It's a bit like if you're watching a boxing match or a wrestling match, you want them to have distinct different colours opposing each other. One for the cameras, that for the keeper. Like, he should be saving it, and I wonder if he made it look more spectacular than it actually was. Decent strike though. I hate to say it, but when I think of Panama, I can only think of the Seinfeld episode, The Red Dot. Because the cleaning lady was from Panama. And she tells that insane story at one point. I only wanted the cashmere. Terrible impression. Oh, it's a great episode. It's probably one of my favourites. It's when George buys Elaine a sweater. Oh, Larry Thomas. Oh, that's cool. Was that just because of his Soup Nazi role, or is he linked to another show? Yeah, so George buys Elaine a sweater, or not a sweater, like a cardigan. And he knows there's a red dot on it, but he buys it anyway because he gets a discount. And she finds out, and it becomes a whole thing. And then later on, he hands it off to this cleaning lady, so she'll be quiet about their little affair. Yeah, you sure do, Cindy. Well, we're rewatching What We Do in the Shadows at the moment. On the second to last season. It's very good. Pretty solid start to this one.
They are the oldest group of players located this World Cup.
So England and Scotland both play their next games in Boston. Well, that could be trouble. There could be some ding-dongs in those Boston pubs. Scotland are there first. They might already have moved on by the time England fans get there. I don't know. Yeah, that. It's not. Oh yeah, South Korea. I was going to say. I can't remember how South Korea did in their first game. I think they either drew or lost. I don't think they won. And even if Mexico only get a draw, they tied. They tied. Very American, Cindy. Yeah, even if Mexico only draw, that's you pretty much through. Because in some cases, probably 3 points is going to be enough to go through. I remember once Dave Bautista was doing predictions on the BBC because they have, I don't know if they still do it, but they have a thing where one of the top pundits predicts the matches every week. And normally they would have like a celebrity guest doing some of the predictions alongside him just to compare who did better. And when Batista did it, he was like, he kept saying things like to zip, so zip instead of nil. So like that's a very American word. Really? Oh yeah. Referee letting it go. I like it. That's what we want. A bit of physicality. No, I didn't watch that. I saw the result. I'll probably either watch the replay or like just watch highlights of that one. Yeah, because there's not really been that many surprise results, but there's been a couple of like that, like surprise draws. Obviously, the Spain Cape Verde one being the biggest one. So, who do you fancy for this one, Cindy? We'll see who gets it right. There you go. Well, to be honest, I thought Ghana were in the red, Cindy. So thanks for letting me know. As it happens, I went for Ghana as well. It was a bit of a guess because I didn't really know much about Panama. And in past World Cups, Ghana have been quite strong. And they tend to be one of the top teams in Africa. So I sort of maybe assumed that they were a bit stronger. Oh man, shit. Well, I can't say anything to that. Whatever I say is going to be come off as racist. They're playing in Toronto. Fair play. He played into the stereotype. It's his culture. No, I can't say it's his culture, otherwise I'm stereotyping. It's his stereotype, I'll say.
There's an eagerness about both sides and an energy that makes this an engaging one. Yeah. So enjoyed that so far. The energy around the game.
I guess so, Cindy. It's funny, yeah. It's funny you call it a religion. In a way, I wouldn't have called it a religion, but okay, I can see why you call it a religion. Yeah, so we're both going for Ghana. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. If you're new to the channel, don't subscribe if you're not new to the channel, because then you'll be unsubscribing. That's the way that works. First time. Getting ever closer to 2000, so all the subs help at this point. I think Ghana have worked their way into the game a bit more. Panama definitely started off a little better. I'm 2 for 0 today on my predictions, so Ghana better not let me down. As in, I haven't got any right, just to be clear on that. Not I've got 2 right, I've got both wrong. Now time for the drinks break. Boo! Well, yeah, we're definitely not used to it in the English game. It's probably good for the coaches in a weird sort of way. Like some people have made that point because it gives them an extra chance to talk to their players for a few minutes. I think the main gripe I've heard is that people don't think it needs to be 3 minutes. Which I would agree with. Oh, don't get me wrong, Cindy. I know exactly the main reason for it. They were cracking a joke earlier because the England game was actually indoors. So why do you need a hydration break when you're in a stadium? When you're indoors. Hi, Clement. How are you? Welcome. Were you watching it on catch up? Because the England game finished a while ago. Or did you just forget there was a stream? When's the Mexican game tomorrow, Cindy? Is it like. Because I think there's at least 3 or 4 games. Is it the second one or like the third one? There might be 4 games, I don't know. I think technically there's sort of 3 every day. Well, Switzerland, Qatar is at this time tomorrow. So is it after that or before it? I'm guessing it might be after it. Or was it Canada, Qatar? Yeah, Canada, Qatar, not Switzerland, because Switzerland had them in the first game. Oh, after. Okay. Well, if I'm not if I'm not too tired, I'll stay up for that one tomorrow. Because I do like to see how the hosts are getting on. There's a good game on Friday. Brazil. I think it's Brazil, Australia. Unless I'm getting that group wrong. I'm just going to check here. I'm getting used to these groups. Oh, USA, Australia, of course. Well, there is a good game on Friday then. USA, Australia. Hey, Aldi, how are you? Yeah, it was a good start, wasn't it? Better second half, I thought. I think we definitely looked a bit iffy at the back first half. And there was 1 or 2 moments. But yeah, we controlled the game better second half, I thought. Okay, no problem. Have a good night. See you soon. Yeah, I noticed Daddy Kane was limping a little bit at times. Second half. And that could be just because of the long season with Bayern. Oh, I know that actor, but I can't remember his name. And I think under Tuchel, Kane is probably expected to track back more and – work as part of the team overall rather than just sticking around the goal so much. So he probably expands more energy than he has like in previous tournaments. So yeah, they'll have to watch that a bit because they don't want Kane getting injured. So there's quite a few in the chat. So just to say, guys, I will be watching another World Cup match on Friday, which will be Scotland's next game against Morocco. So that should be an interesting game. And if Scotland even get a draw in that match, that's them pretty much through, which is exciting. I didn't think Rice limped off. I thought he just decided to take him off. Probably resting him. It's 0-0 so far. Panama had the best effort on goal. But it's been a pretty even game. Whew. Keeper threw himself at that. Graham Potter manages Sweden. I had no idea he was Sweden's manager. Wow. He's a good manager. Yeah, you're right, Graham Potter. Wow. Oh, I had no idea. Wow. I guess I'm not surprised. Like, I could see how he would make a good international manager. Very well travelled guy, very liberal. That's where people like Lineker set a trend. The early English people to either play or manage abroad, like Lineker playing in Japan in the early 90s, that kind of set off a trend. It opened the door really for that to become more common. He did well at Swansea as well. I seem to remember. You can't judge him on his Chelsea performance because no one really gets any time at Chelsea. Ooh. Probably should have done better there. I was pleased Rashford got the fourth tonight. Because he's had a bit of an up and down time the last few years. He's one of those good, hard-working pros. Is that your team then, QPR? I've seen them. Did I see them twice? Maybe only once. No, I think I saw them twice. I saw them twice at Villa Park years ago because I'm a Villa fan. Good ball. Yeah, keeper did well again. He's committed himself a couple of times and both times it's paid off. Yeah, my mum's boss, or not her boss now, but she's retired, but her boss years ago supported QPR and had shares in them and took me to a match once at Villa against them. Decent first half. Game just really needs a goal to kick into life. Pretty even. Which I thought it would be. Yeah, it would have been the Jerry Francis era when I saw them. I think also I saw them randomly away at Burnley one time. Just because Burnley isn't that far away from where I am. So I went to a random game there once. So are you League One or Championship now? Mm. Yeah, that's what I thought really. Like I thought sort of lower Championship sounds about right. Ah, neither a shot or a cross really. That. Now just think if either Panama or Ghana win this match and their fans are celebrating like they're going to win the World Cup. Because that would be like England fans. And maybe England will win the World Cup. I'm not saying they're not. They certainly have the potential to win it, but a long way to go yet. I don't think they can win the World Cup defending the way they did tonight at times. That would be my big comment. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. There's plenty of that to go around. Is that a BBC thing? Or just like a general cinema? That's the thing about these games having, because it tends to be well, I mean at least three, but then when you add on other stoppages, it's at least 4 or 5 minutes added on each time. And a lot of games, I think, just drift because of that. Poor Cross.
Athletically saved by Atty City. We'll get the observations of Emma Hayes and Jodie McIntosh very shortly in the studio in New York. But at half time,
Jodie McIntosh. You can tell they've got the B team out for this game. Keane, Neville, and Wright have all gone to the pub. Oh, this might be it. The film you're talking to. There's a trailer talking about the trailer. There's a trailer now. Oh, maybe you're not. It just looks like a standard football ad. Yeah, no, it's not. I've seen this one before. It's just an ad. Rip the script.
Right, listen in. Intelligence suggests there are gaps in their defense, but they remain a serious threat. So stick to the brief. No heroics. Let's move. It's part of our way of life. You planned for just dinner. Around the corner. You follow your heart and your GPS.
Who did I say again? I think I did. I said France. I said you're sort of looking at France, Spain, probably Argentina. And then I think England are in the next group. I think England, Brazil, maybe Germany. Germany obviously have had a couple of off tournaments, but the first win for them was insane, even against that opposition. But yeah, I mean, England are sort of. It seems wide open at the moment, but we'll see as the tournament goes on. Because obviously Argentina lost their first game 4 years ago and still went on to win the tournament. So the fact that Brazil had a bit of an iffy start doesn't mean then they won't bounce back. Maybe Sweden, yeah, you never know. Hey, if Greece can win the Euros in 2004, I definitely think Sweden could win this tournament.
I think the story of the first half is really about Panama and their wing backs as opposed to Ghana. I anticipated that Ghana would struggle to build attacks, but Panama and their wing back players in the highlight of the first half, especially in the first few minutes of the game with a wonderful cross to create a half chance.
Norway are my dark horses. Speaking of Scandi countries. Because of crane power. You know, I was watching the Rest is Football podcast today on Netflix. And I heard that Pratt, what's his name? Harry Maguire say he thinks the World Cup should be even more teams. Like you could have 15 more than we've already got. Which is insane. It's already going on for 6 weeks. If he had his way, it'd be going on for 8 weeks. Oh yeah, I remember Tony the Boa. Good player. Well, again, like Cindy was saying, you don't have to point that out to me, Addy. I know full well why it is. I think it's that. I also think it's a little bit of it's their plaything, isn't it? And they like to mess with it, even though it doesn't need messing with. It was already the right amount of teams and the perfect format. Yeah, I put the Kybos on this match, didn't I? Bigging it up earlier. It may be a great second half, who knows? But as it stands, I put the Kybos on it. Someone's knocking on the door. don't know. I don't know about the last part. I mean, obviously, he was always going to pick England out of the two because he knows he's more likely to have success with them.
Just looking at the bench here, Emma, from a Ghana point of view, they do have some proper attacking options. Patel, who's from last season at Leicester, particularly Brandon Thomas and Sanchez. Coventry did really well, and Inaki Williams as well. The goalkeeper is being changed at half time as well. Benjamin Asali is coming on there. But for Carlos Queiroz to make those attacking changes, probably goes against what he naturally is, isn't he, as a defensive coach. I think he set the team out that way for 45 minutes. Then you've got the experience of to hold the ball up, finally play, and bring from the bench all players that I think can help in the attack.
Yeah, listen, it's about, when you're going to roll the dice and go for the win, it's about you've got the option, you've got to get them on sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. How about him, of course, the John Champion standing by as well. Still got Mark. Here we go again. Here we go again. Away. One chase. Benjamin Asari. 34 before the World Cup is out, coming on for his 14th cap in place of Lawrence Ati Sigi in the Ghanaian goal, who took a couple of hefty blows in the first half. This is Sulemana.
Could be, yeah. Australia normally do pretty well anyway. They typically get out of the group at the very least. Canada, a bit more of an underdog. Alan Shearer picked Canada to be the host nation that got the furthest. And he said partly because they're very strong defensively and tough to play against. So we'll see, because they did have I watched their first match. They were actually a bit iffy defensively in that match. But yeah, they obviously came back and got a draw in that, and probably would say they've got enough to get out of that group.
That's the general consensus, except for the gentleman alongside me. What's something to do with? Yeah, I can't blame you. I would take a drop, albeit from a Scottish perspective, and just for the view of my ball, always for the all. you see the referee could generate enough power and if they really trouble the goalkeeper. Comfortable for the scarer. So that's the first attempted target. It's been a well covered though. Yeah, just get back to your point. I mean, you know, the top qualifying the top place. You're right, you might want to get deep on it. You really don't want too many teams getting 3 points. Not yet. Not like it. Yes. It's over there. It just looks slightly uncomfortable in the answer there. See, that's the mistake that was happening. We have to get a myopic perspective on what a good result would be in this game.
Is what with actors?
Against England in Boston. To the cover.
To dentist. This guy has put The Dentist as one of the top 90s horror movies. It's a bit random. It is technically a mini-series, but I can see why you would treat it maybe as a TV film. Because his other picks are all pretty, like, obvious ones that wouldn't surprise you. But he's randomly stuck The Dentist in there. Also Event Horizon, which is probably technically a sci-fi, not a horror, but yeah, I've cursed this match because it's been pretty dull. Yeah, they're overplaying it too much. There's been some decent enough approach play from both teams, but the final product or decision just hasn't been there. Good fist again. From I think it's the same keeper. Yeah, it will be because he's the other end this half. His punching has been very good. Referee has been pretty lenient on the physical challenges, which I approve of because I think we're losing them from the game, but it does surprise me. Oh, side netting. Closest we've come. At the moment, yeah, definitely. Still half an hour to go though, and a bit more because of the drinks break. So there's still time for one of these sides to win it. And I think because of Croatia losing their first game, if one of these sides win this, it's a good stepping stone for them to maybe get out of the group. I was about to say the first 0-0 draw, but it would be the second because of Spain. That was a more entertaining 0-0 though, and because of Kate Vardy pouring off that result, it made it a more exciting 0-0. Yeah, I mean, first half wasn't too bad. I wouldn't say it was terrible first half. But yeah, there was just a lack of quality, as I said, for both teams. But the longer it's gone on, like the more it sort of looks like it is just going to be a stalemate. Still time there, as I said. Decent ball. Ooh. Good chance for Ghana. Probably should have done better. He was stretching. Nice slide ball down the flank. Good cross in. Defender did well. Yeah, defender got a touch on it. I'll give the defender credit. They probably would take a draw, but like I said, because Croatia lost, they might think it's an opportunity to stake a claim in the group. But yeah, I think for most teams, if you just don't lose your first game, get something, you're probably going to be reasonably happy. Game's starting to open up a bit. Terrible ball. That's a bit more like it. Oh yeah, it's been raining and they're having a hydration break. That makes it even more of a fuss. Sky don't cover the World Cup. Apart from obviously news updates. I mean, Sky owns TalkSport, which covers the World Cup, so technically they do, but they don't cover it on TV. The World Cup has pretty much always been on BBC and ITV. as far as I can remember, anyway. I'm not a fan of the breaks. I wouldn't mind them if they were only like 1 minute. You know, I think they have a quick drink and then that's it. Get on with the game again. They don't need to be 3 minutes. And also, I think it should be on a case by case basis. Like this match, because it's raining, they don't really need a break. Hydration break. They're only doing it because every other game has them. And similar in the England game, that was being played indoors. So you didn't really need a hydration break in that match. So I think with certain games in this sort of heat, then I would say, yeah, fair enough. But I think they should only be like 1 minute breaks instead of 3. And I don't think they should be every match. I think it should be case by case. Yeah, American football quarters, that's a good way to put it. That's what it feels like. Very much like a cultural thing. I think that might be the first booking of the match.
Decisive goal for one or other of these teams, given the makeup of the group with England and Croatia as the other two sides.
Ayew a bit of an aging striker now. That might be the problem for Ghana. Good ball. Rubbish cross though. Yeah, I think it also shows that it's been a eventful game as well. Because in a more eventful game, you sort of expect a few bookings or more fouls, probably. I think there was a statistic from the Cape Verde Spain game, Cape Verde. I think it's Cape Verde. I always say it wrong, but Cape Verde. Then there was no fouls by them in the whole game, which is pretty amazing considering like Spain had the majority of the ball as well.
The newly arrived substitute. Harvey, Diaz, Murillo. Blasphemous. Rodder. Just beyond the jump of Bernardo.
I think the Ghana keeper has been man of the match probably.
Why the disparity between his club form? 21 goals and 6 assists this season for Bournemouth City. One goal in his last 27 Pero a mi máximo voy a ver y más de 26. One in 27 is 3 goals and it's 34. Well, actually, the likes of Edmund, the like of Bournemouth and Chelsea. Of course, no one. He's defended well as yet. He's solid on puck. He's compromising. To make a substitution. Essentially, midfield back plus is Seabow. Coming on in place of Lucy.
Yeah, good call. Sometimes I put 5 Live on and just watch the ITV pictures. Especially if Sam Matterface is on. Because I can't stand him. I remember once at like, I think it was like the Women's World Cup. The idiot was rambling on about which pop artists had played in the stadium they were at. Madonna played here the past year. Celine Dion popped in on her winter tour. Danny Murphy's good. Danny Murphy's one of the best pundits. I should have put her. I don't mind actually because it's Ali McCoist and John Champion. I enjoy them together. But I wouldn't have minded putting that on and just watched it. Although that might have been weird considering I'm streaming. Yeah, he knows his stuff. He's straight to the point, sensible, decent sense of humour, which always helps. I think if you're not like a really good pundit, the next best thing is to be entertaining to listen to. Have a sense of humour or have a personality. Well, in a way, that's more important because I think that's what separates you from the weaker pundits. That's why Roy Keane's a good pundit, because he's entertaining to listen to. And he's got personality. Even if I don't always agree with him, he's normally fun to listen to. Little disappointing England didn't give him more to rant about tonight. Just because of how entertaining he is. Good ball. Not so good ball. Hey, Keane. I wouldn't jump the gun on that champion because Croatia lost tonight. So you never know. I mean, yeah, conceivably they're better than these two teams, so it would be tough for these two teams against Croatia and England. They would definitely have to play better than they are at the moment. But who knows, they might sneak up as one of the best third place teams. Ghana play mostly on the counter attack late on. This reminds me of the 2014 World Cup after England had played. after they lost to Uruguay 2-1, I think it was, whatever it was. The result that basically put them out of the World Cup. So that was quite an entertaining game with a few goals. And I remember the game after that was quite a boring 0-0. With USA and whoever USA were playing. So it's similar to that. It's almost like they're saying, well, we can't follow that, so we're just going to have a dull, cagey 0-0 instead. Not quite. You should know whether it's over or not if you're listening to it. Still got 5 minutes to go. But I don't think they're going to score either one. I'll be surprised. They could be playing till Saturday and probably wouldn't score. Well, yeah, but if one of them scores in a minute, you'll be eating your words. It only takes a second to score a goal. You're probably right, though. Best spell in this match was right before the hydration break. That's where both teams were really starting to get into their groove. And the hydration break ruined it. And it's not been the same since. I guess. Hang on. Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Goal. Pandemonium. Ghana. So Ghana straight up to second then. With this win. Panamanian. Probably a bit harsh. I think a draw would have been about right, but fair play to Ghana. They kept going. Got the goal. Oh no, I notice you've disappeared now, Addy. Having prematurely written the game off as finishing 0-0. Our keeper's up. You don't see this very often anymore. I love it. Our keeper got a header. Oh. Bit of excitement at the end. Yeah, it was a good header. Maybe they should have played him up front all game. I remember once Peter Schmeichel scoring from a corner when he played for Villa. I think it was at Everton. It was like a volley from the corner, I think. The Great Dane. think he used to take penalties sometimes as well, like if a shootout went into sudden death when he was at Man U. Pretty sure I've heard that. Still the worst game of this World Cup. England, Ghana next in this group. Come on, ref, blow up. It's 101 minutes. And that'll be it. Hey, Carlos. He's on the pitch dancing like a dad at a disco. Okay, thanks guys for hanging out. I'll see some of you in a couple of days for the Scotland game first of all, and then it'll be the horror stream afterwards on Friday, which is sleepaway camp. But see you guys soon. Take care.